Hi, my name is Tahir from Smart Modeling Solutions. Today I'm going to talk about a new feature introduced in the latest version of Quantrix. It's called a role name. Let's see how we can use the role name in our models. Let's start with a simple matrix where we can return current role name. So we start with a dollar sign and then we write role name. As you can see, my role name is Modeler. I think the most interesting way of using role names is in creating different views of the same matrix based on the role. This means users with different roles will see different parts of the matrix assigned to them. And we can do it by using the role name variable in a filter expression. First of all, let's drag our matrix with my role onto the bottom of the window, call it my role. And on the top, we see sales forecast for several countries: Germany, USA, and Austria. And we have 3 analysts from each country who read and edit data on this matrix. So our task is to give each analyst access to data of its country. So let's add a matrix and assign roles to each country. So we'll call this matrix role versus country. And we will use countries category and add roles to each country. Now we can assign roles and manage access to the model. We can do it by going to Tools, Security, Manage Roles. By default, there are 3 roles: Modeler, User, Viewer. We will add our roles based on permission of user. We will duplicate it and call first one Analyst for Germany. Again, duplicate it, we call it Analyst US and Analyst Austria. Okay, our roles are ready. Let's add an expression in the filter to make it working. The easiest way is to write an expression like this one. So role versus country matrix and countries equal role name. Here we see that I don't have any views because on the role versus country matrix there is no modeler role name assigned to some country. But if we switch role, say to analyst Germany, we'll see data for Germany. Switch to role of analyst from US, we'll see data for US, and the same way for Austria. Alright, let's ignore filter for a moment. And let's assume that we have more complex case, a real business case, when we have several roles to be assigned to the same country. So we have a manager, we need to see data of all countries. And for the sake of simplicity, I will add also modeler role here. And of course we need to create a new role of manager. We go Tools, Security, Manage Roles, and we can use one of the analyst roles and call it Manager. So as you see from this matrix, each analyst had access to its country data. Manager see data for all countries as well as a modeler. And if we go to filter expression that we have here, this one wouldn't work anymore, so we need to change it. Let's use here select function, where the value list and key list will be role names. So roles. And lookup value will be our new variable role name with the $sign. Okay, and then we can switch on again filters. Now see, as a model I am be able to see all data, and if I switch to role of analyst, I see my corresponding data, and if I go to role of manager again, I will see a full set of data. This matrix with the roles listed is one central place where we control access to our matrices. We can import these roles matrix and use in other models as well. Let's see how it works on Qloud. As you see here, we have two analysts working on the same matrix at the same time in multi-edit mode. So we have here Leo Kupferschmidt from Austria and Max Schmidt from Germany. So they are both analysts, they see their own country data. Max Schmidt from Germany sees Germany data, and Leo Kupferschmidt from Austria sees Austrian data. This works very well on Qloud, but please note that on the current version of Quantrix Qloud 21.2.1, such filtering, which is based on role name, works only on matrices and on views. So it doesn't work on canvas. Besides that, if role name a variable used in formula on Qloud, it will return a web user. But we can use some workaround to solve this problem if we'd like to show the user her or his role name. Let me show you how to do that. We add a new matrix and we will generate items which will show us a list of all role names in the model. All role names listed here. And then we will use filter expression Before we continue, we should make sure that users do not have the rights to change the filters, and they have the right to open and see this new matrix which shows their roles. Okay, let's check in. Now, as you see, each analyst, they see their own roles. And filtering works on Qloud as well. So we hope that some issues which is not yet solved in the current release will be solved in upcoming release. I think with a role name feature, you as a modeler can simplify the way you create views using filters for each user. You save your time because you don't need to create separate view for each user. Please let me know in the comments what you think about the new role name feature and how you would use it. Happy modeling with Quantrix.